forth the date, time, location, and type of meeting. Notice was sent to the Daily Record, the Observer Tribune, and the Washington Township Clerk, and was posted on the district website at www.wtschools.org. All please stand for the pledge of allegiance. President's comments. I just want to give an update on the referendum projects. But before I do, I just wanted to welcome our new attorney, Mark Zimmer, from Schenck, Rice, Smith & King. He's now representing our Board of Education, and we're glad to have him here. Thanks. So an update on the referendum projects. All referendum projects are actively underway at each of our elementary schools as well as the middle school. Since the conclusion of the school year, work has commenced on the parking lot renovations at Blacktown Cosman and LBMS, and development of STEAM spaces at all three elementary schools, and upgrades to the Performing Arts Center, Music Accessory Space, and Culinary Arts Room at LBMS. In addition, the ongoing electrical and HVAC upgrades at Blacktown Cosman and LBMS, which continue throughout the 24-25 school year, are progressing further this summer. Following last week's district construction meetings, here are a few key updates on the progress of our referendum projects. At Cuccinella, the STEM space demolition is complete. Electrical work and framing are currently underway. At Blacktown Cosman Elementary, for the STEM spaces, abatement and demolition are complete. Rough framing and electrical work have begun. HVAC and electrical upgrades. The cooling elements and rooftop units have been installed, awaiting a transformer delivery date from JCP&L, and the project remains on track for August completion. The paving project, concrete work is ongoing and the base layer of the new parking lot has been installed. This project is currently ahead of schedule. At Old Farmers Road School, the STEM space, abatement and demolition are complete. At LBMS, paving project, site work has begun with approximately 75% of the concrete demolition completed. The music accessory space demolition is complete and electrical work is underway. The Culinary Arts Room, abatement and demolition are complete. Rough plumbing and slab work have also been finished. And lastly, for the HVAC upgrades, installation of unit ventilators is scheduled to begin next week. Condensers are on order and are expected to arrive in August of 2025. And that concludes my comments. Superintendent.
Thank you. Good evening. Pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey AC 6A30, the Washington Township School District underwent the New Jersey Quality Single Accountability Continuum, which is the New Jersey QSAC review. We have since received our scores in the 5 areas of instruction program, fiscal management, governance, operations, and personnel. So I'm very proud to report our scores to everyone this evening. Instruction and program was 84%, fiscal management 94%, governance 100%, operations 98%, and personnel 91%. I'm pleased to inform, and again very proud, that our district has satisfied at least 80% of the weight indicators in the 5 areas of the New Jersey QSAC review process and has been designated as high performing. So again, I thank all of our staff, our leadership team, our teachers, and of course our Board of Education, as we're very proud and grateful to report this out to our community. Next, in accordance with the New Jersey's Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights Act, the result of the HIV-related investigations as conducted by designated school personnel will be reported to the Board of Education no later than the date of the regularly scheduled Board of Education meeting following the completion of investigation. This evening, I'm going to be reporting on the second period, which is from January to June, and the totals for the reporting are as follows. The number of reports found to be unfounded following the school's investigations during this time period are 37, and the number of reports found to be founded following the school's investigations is 15. Based per school, so I'll break it down with the schools. Benedict A. Cuccinella School, number of reports received total was 9, 6 were unfounded, and 3 were founded. For Blacktown Cosman School, the number of reports received was a total of 16, and 12 were unfounded, and 4 were founded. Old Farmers Road School, the number of reports received were 6, 3 were unfounded and 3 were founded. In Long Valley Middle School, the number of reports received was 21, unfounded was 16, and founded was 5. Again, this is during that second reporting period that is from January to June. This evening, I'm also going to be reporting on our school violence, vandalism, and harassment, intimidation, and bullying report. This is also for our reporting of the second period of this in accordance with New Jersey SA 18A 1746. The chief school administrator must schedule and conduct a public hearing for the purpose of reporting to the Board of Education all acts of violence, vandalism, and harassment, intimidation, or bullying which occurred during the previous school year. Included in this report is the violence and vandalism data submitted under the Student Safety Data System to the New Jersey Department of Education for the previous school year. And the reporting is as follows. There are 3 incidents of violence and vandalism at Benedict A. Puccinello School, 3 incidents of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. There are 4 incidents of violence and vandalism at Flocktown Cosman School, 4 incidents of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. There are 3 incidents of violence and vandalism at Old Farmers School, and that was 3 incidents of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. 5 incidents of violence and vandalism at Long Valley Middle School, and those 5 incidences of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. That concludes that report. This evening, in addition to personnel, number 25.1, resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent that the board accepts the resignation of the employee whose name is on file with the board secretary effective immediately due to position abandonment. And now at this time, I would like to acknowledge, I'm very proud to acknowledge that the Washington Township Special Education Parent Advisory Group, CPAG, was selected as the 2025 recipient of SPAN's Deborah Esposito Parent and Family Engagement Award. This is the second year of this special award in honor of former START project director Deborah Esposito. Each year, SPAN recognizes a CPAG that demonstrates exemplary partnerships between families and districts. The criteria for this award is that it's to build and sustain strong collaboration between parents and district, that the CPAG also builds capacity for advocacy and constructs ongoing sustainability for efforts to support special education, able to teach, empower, and mentor other families in special education for best practices, innovative in their approach to collaboration, family engagement, and special education-related activities. In the state of New Jersey, there are 590 district-level CPAGs across the state, one for each operating district. And according to SPAN, they had a few amazing groups this year to choose from. But after speaking with our district group and seeing all the fantastic work that has been done, it was a very easy decision for them to make, and we're very grateful for that. The district should be very proud of all the accomplishments that our Special Education Parent Advisory Group has made this year. An awards ceremony was held on June 12th in Trenton. Dr. Scarpin, our Director of Student Services, went down and represented the district during the ceremony with several board members, and Jackie Rockowitz and Sarah Cipoletti, who are the co-chairs of CPAG, attended the event virtually. This evening, Dr. Scarpin will be presenting them both with an award.
Okay, you guys are awesome. So the first award goes to, on behalf of the Debbie Esposito Award, to Jackie Rockowitz.
Yes. Absolutely. Here, take my microphone.
Oh, here. Yes, as loud television.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for accommodating CPAG in this evening's board event agenda. We are excited to share how our organization has grown and the great experiences we are having. As a reminder, CPAG is an avenue for parents and educators to collaborate, addressing systemic issues within the school district's special education program. Our purpose is threefold: to offer parent support, to invite guest speakers who bring attention to local services available for individuals with special needs in our community, and finally, to provide meaningful programs to help our students thrive. This year, we hosted 5 meetings in October, December, February, April, and June, with a variety of guest speakers who shared information on programs they provide to children in our area with and without special needs. We kicked off the year in October with Kathleen Erb, who discussed the studies and benefits of therapy animals. It was here that we learned about Bright and Beautiful, an organization that we began to use at our events that we host to better support the children that attend. Other speakers were Sue Murphy from Mindful and Empowering Kids, Amazing Strides of New Jersey that provides ABA therapy, Stacy Davies, Washington Township School Literacy Specialist, and Brittany Seeley, New Jersey Coalition for Inclusion Education, and lastly, Leanne Day from North Jersey Aquatics, who discussed swimming safety. We also hosted 2 game time events, both at the library and park, that focused on social skills, strategy development, and making new friends. In addition, in the summer months, we are continuing to host a summer reading buddies program at the library, where children ages pre-K to high school can buddy read, be read to, or read to someone else. Students can earn prizes and build great relationships with their peers, in addition to developing their ability to decode and comprehend. We've had 2 so far this summer, and they've been amazing. Like 16 children each one. So awesome. The first Fridays of each month during the school year, we also host a meet and greet at the local coffee potter. This I find so rewarding, a support group in a safe and understanding environment. Whereas the CPAG meetings are more formal, it is here that parents and caregivers are more comfortable to speak up, discuss any concerns, issues, or even experience that they have been through and others can find helpful. For more information on our group and stay connected to our meetings and events, please feel free to visit our website. And we've already started working on our calendar for the new year, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Congratulations again, and very well deserved. Mr. Oldmixon, at this point, this concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And then next we have the annual district multilingual testing report from Deb Russo.
Hello, good evening. As we do every summer, we come together to talk about how our students who are in our ESL program did on the annual access test. I'm going to go through our results, but also a little bit behind the purpose of why this happens. So every year, New Jersey requires our bilingual ESL, or English Language Service programs, to be assessed. We use the access test to assess our students to see how they're doing in their English language proficiency. We test them in 4 areas: speaking, listening, writing, and reading. Within those areas, we look for oral language. We look for 50% of their listening, 50% of speaking. We also look for the literacy, which is 50% reading and 50% writing. We look for comprehension, 30% listening, 70% reading, and an overall of how this is broken down is 35% reading, 35% writing, 15% listening, and 15% speaking. So in our district, we have approximately 53 ESL students who undergo this testing, and it takes a number of days, a number of units, a lot of time, for these students to take this test to prove how well they are doing in learning English. Many of our students are bilingual, so they're very strong in their home language as well as learning English. So it's fascinating to see the progress that they make and also continue the pride that they have and the culture that they have at home. So typically, a student who is learning English begins at level 1, which is our beginner, but it takes 4 to 6 years for a student to achieve the proficiency that we consider to be proficient native-like, which would be level 5. The scores do go to level 6, so you'll see that that is truly advanced. And we do have some students who did score in that level 5 range, so I'm proud to say. Unfortunately, because, I don't know, fortunately and unfortunately, because we only have the 53 students, I can't break down the report as much as I wish I can because of privacy and the way that it would work for each grade level. So what I've done for this report is to show you in bands. So you can see in K-5, across the board, we tested 45 students, and then in our middle school, it is less than 10. So I was not able to include our middle school scores in this because of the way that we have to do this with for privacy within the cohort. So what's also interesting is that, you know, we have students in our program that may only be here for half a year, or they may be coming in half the year. So we have students who are in our program and then may leave our program and come back to our program. So there are many students who are in flux as we are looking at these scores too. From this, you can see overall in our entering stage for our K-5, we have about 20% scoring in that level where they're just beginning to learn English. And then when you look at level 3, you see a bigger chunk of our students, but again, our level 4 is doing really well. So we look to see that we have 29% of our students within K through 5 who are achieving a score to be able to be released from our program, which is also unfortunate, right? Fortunate, unfortunate kind of situation. I broke it down a little bit here for you to just see, but again, it's like comparing oranges to apples. You really can't because it's on a yearly basis. But overall, you can see that there are different trends when it comes to our beginners and then how fast they move into that proficiency level. For our middle school, our 2025 are suppressed because we do not have the number that I need to be able to report to you. Broke it down into some subgroups as well. This is our race subgroup. We have students this year who are in the Hispanic group and as well as the white group. So we were able to show you those scores. You can see, 2025, a little bit more within that. I guess you can say it's evenly distributed more between the yellow and the green range, which is that 3s and 4s that I reported on the last slide. Two other program groups. We have students who are in free and reduced lunch, as well as special ed students who are taking the test, again, doing very well within our proficiency levels, and then the difference between our female and our male counterparts in the grade levels. So you can see the girls are doing a little bit better than the males, but again, they're pretty right on track. These are just some of the languages our students speak. Looking at our ESL program, we have students of many different languages, again, that show pride in their home language as well as learning English. And one of the things that the ESL teacher shared with me is, this test is hard. It's hard. And they said they really try. They work for it. They want to show that they're learning English and that they, can speak 2 languages. Some even 3. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving on to committee reports. I think we only have finance this month.
Finance and Facilities Committee met yesterday on the 21st of July. In attendance were Jess, Lindsay, Mike, Antonella, Katie, Stephanie, and me, as well as one member of the public. It was our open finance meeting. That was Ms. Kat Stramati. I want to make sure I got the pronunciation right. First, the committee discussed the referendum projects that Mr. Livingston already briefed the board on. And after that, the board received an update on the Class 3 hiring process. Ms. Lind and Ms. DeRiso will be meeting with Chief Palmer the first week of August to sit in on the interviews. There will be 4 candidates interviewing for the position, and the committee will be providing suggested interview questions to Ms. Lind for her consideration by the end of July. Then the committee reviewed our XA numbers for this year, and on July 17th, we received $763,252. Next, we reviewed the board agenda items as follows. Item number 12 on tonight's agenda, the bus and Chromebook lease. The committee presented previously at another board meeting. The bid opening was June 27th at 1 p.m. and there were 3 lease bids that were open. The first was from First Hope Bank at 3.74%, Next was First American Equipment at 4.45%, and finally, KS State Bank at 5.96%. So we're going with First Bank with the lowest rates. Item number 9 on tonight's agenda, the 25-26 IDEA funds, in the amounts of $543,409 for basic and $27,263 for preschool. And finally, item number 13 on tonight's agenda, the bid threshold increase. In some good news, the State Department of Education increased the bid threshold effective July 1st of this year from $44,000 to $53,000, which gives our BA additional flexibility for making purchases across the district. And the final item is that we reviewed options for increasing bus safety, specifically in regards to cars passing buses when the bus stop sign is displayed. The committee reviewed our district's processes and procedures as well as those from other districts for potential improvement opportunities. Nothing definitive came out of the discussion yet, but this will continue to be a priority as it is with so many other districts across the state who struggle with this issue.
Thank you very much, Rob. Moving on to public comment on agenda items. If anybody has any public comment on agenda items, please approach the microphone, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to provide any comment. Moving on to approval of minutes. Making a motion to approve the June 17, 2025 executive session meeting minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions? Who was that on that? Do we know who that was? Okay, people said that, okay. Making a motion to approve the June 17th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. All in favor?
John, I'm sorry. I need you to stand for both of those. Please.
Thanks, Bob. Are there any other abstentions? All right, moving on to agenda items. Can I get someone to please move education?
Education. Education would like to make a motion to move items number 1 through 6. Second.
Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Ryan? Yes. Mrs. DeSico?
Yes.
Mrs. Vieira?
Yes.
Mrs. Succi?
Yes.
Mr. Waskis?
Yes.
Mrs. Bratton?
Yes.
Mr. Olmstead?
Yes. Next, finance. Can I have somebody please move finance?
Finance would like to move items 7 through 15 on tonight's agenda.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Ryan?
Yes.
Mrs. DeSico?
Yes.
Mrs. Vieira?
Yes.
Mrs. Succi?
Yes.
Mr. Waskis?
Yes.
Mrs. Bratton?
Yes.
Mr. Olmstead?
Yes. I'm wondering if anybody on the line can possibly move the personnel agenda items. We also, just for clarification, we have a additional agenda item 25-1. Do we have to read that again?
No.
That's just, okay.
It's not necessary so long as everybody heard.
So if they say motion to approve agenda items, 16 through 25-1. Okay. Is anybody able to move those agenda items?
I'll go ahead and let's see.
Okay. Thanks, Rob.
I'd like to move items 16 through 25.1 on tonight's agenda.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Ryan?
Yes.
Mrs. DeSico?
Yes.
Mrs. Vieira?
Yes.
Mrs. Succi?
Yes.
Mr. Waskis?
Yes.
Mrs. Bratton?
Yes.
Mr. Olmstead?
Yes. Thanks, Rob, for moving those. Next, moving on to policy. Can I have a motion to read for the first time the policy under agenda item number 26?
Second. Sorry. Motion. So moved.
Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Was there a second?
Second.
I'm sorry. I'm making a motion to.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Second.
Sorry. I do that one. I apologize.
Got it. Mrs. Ryan?
Yes.
Mrs. DeSico?
Yes.
Mrs. Vieira?
Yes.
Mrs. Succi?
Yes.
Mr. Waskis?
Yes. Next, I'm making a motion to read for the second time policies under agenda item number 27.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Ryan?
Yes.
Mrs. DeSico?
Yes.
Mrs. Viera?
Yes.
Mrs. Stucci?
Yes.
Mr. Vasquez?
Yes.
Mrs. Bratton?
Yes.
Mr. Olmstead?
Yes. Next, unfinished business. Does anybody have any unfinished business? Okay. New business. Does anybody have any new business? Okay. Next is public comment. This is public comment on all items. If you do have a public comment, please approach the microphone and state your name and address. 3 minutes. Okay. Moving on to district distinctions, I apologize, I'm going to read it from my phone, so I don't have the computer in front of me. 1 second. This is an update on ESY. This was actually provided by Dr. Scarlett, so thank you very much. Just an update on the 2025 Extended School Year program. The 2025 Extended School Year, the ESY program, will conclude on Thursday, August 24, 2025. This summer, we proudly served 62 students in grades preschool through 8th grade. Our ESY program remains focused on maintaining and strengthening current progress on IEP, goals, and objectives, ensuring continuity of learning during the summer months. Creative learning was on full display this year at Old Farmers Road School, where teachers collaborated to develop weekly themes such as ocean adventures and space explorers. These themes integrated academic skills, social skills, and hands-on multisensory activities, providing students with an engaging and meaningful learning experience. The relaxed, supportive environment allows students to continue working toward their IEP goals while enjoying age-appropriate fun and interactive lessons. The collaborative efforts of our dedicated staff created a positive and enriching summer program for our students. We appreciate the board's continued support of our ESY program, which plays a critical role in supporting the needs of our special education students. So thank you very much for providing those comments. And that ends my district distinctions. So I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.